Okay, so I want to go live, and this is called Love by an Earth Angel, and I'm going to do proofreading sent to me by my friend, Miss Felix, as I read my poetry. Okay, so Loved by an Earth Angel, Part 1. Maybe it's those mesmerizing eyes of hers, built like a blessing, Coke bottle shaped, blackberry sweet heavens. She walks, first edit, Harlem, like it owes her something. Halo tilted just right. Gold chain swinging low, Earth Angel. Feet on concrete, heart between heaven and a prayer I forgot to say. Being loved by her feels, edited, like forgiveness, like survival made beauty, like God looked at the streets and said, let there be her. Part 2, Loved by an Earth Angel. She loves me in real time. Edited. No edits. No filters. No pretending I ain't been broken. Says I see you, and somehow that be enough. Earth Angel. No wings are showing. But every time she stays, edited, I believe again. Not in fairy tales, in becoming better. Because love asked me to. Being loved by her ain't escape. It's arrival. Feet planted, heart open, grace living right here on earth. Part 3, Loved by an Earth Angel. Using my tablet here so I can look at my proofreadings and read. She loves me in between trains, in half text, in coffee cooling on the counter. While the city is still waking up, edited, ain't nothing mythical about it. Just her keys on the table. My name said normal, like it belongs somewhere. She doesn't save me. She stands with me, side by side, on crowded sidewalks, pace matching mine without asking. Her beauty doesn't interrupt the room, it settles it. Edited. Soft confidence, well-worn grace, the kind you earn living here. Earth Angel, Part 4. If God takes, edited, it all from her, the shine, the ease, the little comforts she's earned, she still wakes up and chooses decency, edited. If God take it all away, if God takes it all, she doesn't lose herself. That's the miracle. She still shows up on time, still listens more than she speaks, still loves like tomorrow ain't promised, but worth preparing for. Earth Angel, not because life spared her, but because it didn't, and she stayed kind anyway. And being loved by her then would feel like witnessing someone standing close to something scarce that survived. Part 5, Loved by an Earth Angel. So my friend, she was the one that proofread this poetry for me. So I'm looking in her notes and I'm comparing them to my poetry so that it can flow more smoothly. Okay, here it is. If all the shadows around others collapsed, if fear fell loud, if the room filled with other people's storms and my lung gave me no voice to speak, she still knows what I meant. She'd read it over his shoulder in the way my breath shortens, in how my breath shortens, in how my eyes ask for rest before my mouth ever could. I wouldn't have to explain. Silence would carry me when I couldn't defend myself, couldn't name the weight, couldn't speak through the pressure. If the noise got thick, if the city closed in, if grief borrowed everybody else's voice, she'd be steady, a calm I could lean on without leaning too hard. Sometimes love is simply staying. Until the air comes back and when my breath finally returns. When my voice remembers itself, both of those lines edited, she'd wait. like she always does. Earth Angel, Part 6. I shorthand call it Earth Angel, but longhand or proper title is Loved by an Earth Angel. Okay, let's see if my friend has some notes for me for this one. She does. Okay. She's great. Her name is Miss Felix, and this is her grammar teacher in her. I didn't even have to ask. She edited my work for me. When voices fail, they don't always disappear. Sometimes they retreat, learning how to come back stronger under siege. She didn't shout. She chose timing, spoke with prudence, words placed like bricks, each one knowing what it was holding up. She was resourceful as the gatherer, hands always finding what the moment required. Turning little into enough. Enough into overflow. Edited. Silence into strategy. When her voice returned, it wasn't fragile. It was refined, carried weight, carried history. The city listened differently then. Loved by an Earth Angel, 7. I don't know if my friend gave me notes on this one, which is why I decided to read them live, because I said she proofread it right before I went to church. She messaged me a bunch of wonderful proofread copies, and I said I have to read it because it's got proofread for me. I think she did. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Legacy doesn't start with monuments, edited. It starts with agreement. Two people deciding to move through the world facing the same direction. By learning the same rhythm. When to lead, when to follow, when to stay still together. When we become one in the quiet decisions, who we protect, what we pass down, what we refuse to repeat. Two souls, one legacy, not because we merge, but because we align. Love taught us unity is work done daily with intention. Earth Angel, not just my partner, but my witness, my mirror, my memory keeper. Okay, and so this is the last one. It's actually a 2-part. It's a final thoughts and epilogue.
Only pad made with the flexible foam core that locks in blood and sweat while the top stays dry, keeping you up to 100% leak and odor free. See what foam can do for you.
Try the Daily 4 from Nature Made. A 4 supplement.
And my music would go off. Almost.
Choose from thousands of realistic voices to use in your content.
Okay. So, Earth Angel for shorthand, Loved by an Earth Angel. Here's the final thoughts in the epilogue. Our notebooks worn to threadbare. Closure is time's ways to age us. Our faces etched with stories. Our notebooks worn to threadbare. Aged ink bleeding into memories. Not worn, but seasoned. Like sunlight that I learned to filter through the trees. Ancient clouds drifting over us, heavy with the weight of what we kept, thick with what all was survived. Still we stood, hands woven together, knowing the shape of each other's soul. Our love was a benediction, spoken in whispers and skin, a blessing carried through seasons, through laughter and ache, through every breath. And if the day comes we are parted by distance or time, I trust this will be recognized, not by name, but by the love we built, the love that made us timeless. So that was my final thoughts on an earth angel. And here's the epilogue that kind of ties it all together. This is over 8 days of writing. Here's the epilogue, quiet, settled, and whole. Nothing ended. It only learned how to rest. Love remained after the words finished. After the body slowed, after the city forgot our footsteps. What we built was never meant to be loud. It was meant to last. There are names written in dust and names written in stone, but legacy lives, legacy lasts. In the very gentleness we give, in the very gentle ways it gets passed on, and how courage learns a softer language. If anyone asks what became of us, say this: we kept each other human in a world that forgets how. Say we loved with intention. Say we listened longer than we spoke. Say we believed love could be disciplined and still be tender. Earth Angel. If time ever tries to erase us, it will fail, because what we practice was presence, and presence never dies. No, it never fails.